Welcome back, guys. Well, it's been a while since I've been able to put a video together. Had a real issue with the screen recorder that I was using. So got a new recorder and a new lease on life, and one of the first recorded games back in this T95, and it just happens to be a mastery. And you know, it's one of those things. This T95, as a lot of people misunderstand the tank. Yeah, it's slow. It's called the Derp Turtle, whatever you want to call it. But man, it's a fun tank to play when it goes your way, and when you've got a few little tips on how to play the tank the right way. So what I hope out of this video is this is obviously a scene of how it all goes well. But look, there's many games where it doesn't. But if you play your cards right, use the tank's strengths and avoid its weaknesses, then you'll actually go a long way in it, and it's a lot of fun. And obviously grinds through to the E3. The E3 is a fierce tier 10 tank. You don't see a lot of on the battlefield at the moment, but they are a great tank to drive as well. So look, just coming up here on the enemy, and you can see that they've completely ignored me. Probably haven't been spotted yet, but now I have. One shot into the Jag, and it does the business, because first and foremost we've got 480 is our alpha damage, and it does a huge amount. That's just with the standard round. So you can see here that the 704, I couldn't believe it, I clipped the edge of that building there. But pushing up, I'm looking for opportunities with this all the time, and I can see that this ISU is just sitting over here on the right at the back. No one's on him. I pump one into him. I pull back. Don't sit out in the open in any tank. Even one with 305 millimeters of frontal armor, you just don't sit there because it runs the risk of getting hit. You can see 2 shots, ISU is done and dusted. So that's 2 tanks down now. But you have a look here, I'm always looking around to find out who's behind me. Now the biggest issue you got with this tank is the rear armor is 51 millimeters. It's nothing. It's like tissue paper. Anything can pen it. So in this sort of environment, you don't want to know it. There's the third tank down. It's the 704, big hitter. They were actually up on us at that stage. So now what I'm doing is I'm ignoring the IS3 on my right, and I'm just pushing forward on this E75 here, because I know that they can do a lot of damage. But again, the pen that we can produce, I'm not rushing my shot, I'm looking to get it right. Sadly, old mate didn't make it. Now straight away I flipped around here and gone, I'm in trouble. I've got this T54 coming through, and he can do a lot of damage on me. So I want to keep him away from the back of me, because if he gets in behind me, I've got virtually no chance of getting him off my tail. Here's another tip that I use with this tank: face hug. Get right in their grill. If you can sort of push up on them and try and get them to sort of be halted a little bit by your efforts, then you're doing well. This is like the worst case scenario of a T95, having a medium tank T54 and an IS3 pushing up. You'll see the IS3 is coming through on the left. What he's going to do is try and get in behind me. But what I'm going to do is use this building to block him off. So that's a tactic any sort of non-turreted TD should be using. Find yourself something to scrape away from your enemy. And this is a great shot with an AP. And that's our 5th kill. Now, stupid me didn't look at my ammo loadout. So I've completely out of APCR and out of AP. And what I'm left with is HE. HE on a full health IS3 with spaced armor is ridiculous. Even though I've got 720 millimeters of pen, 112 millimeters, 720 millimeters of alpha, 112 millimeters of pen is all I can do. But with spaced armor, HE becomes a little bit useless. But I'm just lucky that this fella here, he sort of was trying to do the right thing. He was trying to track me, and then he kind of got a bit lost in his thoughts, poor old fella, and he gave me a shot. And you can see I'm still on full health. I mean, everyone's thrown the kitchen sink and everything at it, at the poor old T95, and it just keeps bouncing, or it just gets tracked. and we keep rolling. So make sure you've got enough, you know, repair kits and things like that on board, and you know, you've just got to be able to keep rolling forward. The other thing is, don't panic in it. People tend to panic and fire off shots. You'll see here, I could have taken a shot on his rear just as he's sort of trying to sneak around this corner here, and I didn't. He's running. He's kind of got the idea now that it's not a good look for him. You just got to keep, again, wait for it to, there you go, number 6. Wait for it to, the bloom to go down, and you get yourself a little bit more time there to play with it. So this is a great game. Really, really pleased with how it panned out. It was a mastery game, but you know, not much more I could have done. If I had AP rounds, at IS3 would have been done way before that. But you have a look here, the efficiency. There was only one tank in the game that I didn't shoot, and that was the only one I didn't kill. So it was a great roll for that tank, and hope you enjoyed it.